After 2 years of suffering through divorce and the discovery of my wife's infidelity, I focused on myself and everything is going better. A message to those going through divorce and hurting. 2 years ago I started the divorce process. Depression, suicide * thoughts, and the darkest moments in my life followed. Today, I graduate with my bachelor's degree summa cum laude. This was my journey to getting here. Edit. I want to thank everyone for the awards and the kind messages. You folks are what makes this community great. I appreciate all the DMs/chats people have sent me. Everyone has been so fantastic. The ceremony for my degree went perfectly. It was a beautiful day out. My children were the only ones in the audience, but that is okay. They make me proud every single day, but yesterday having them see their dad cross that stage, I gave them a reason to be proud of me. Hello folks. It has been the hardest 2 years of my life. This may be a long message, so I'll put a TLDR at the end. A quick recap on what my situation was. It was spring 2020 and the pandemic had just started. My ex-wife and I were married in 2007 and my STBXW, 44F at the time, started going out to her girlfriend's house almost every single night. I was a 41M at the time and we had 2 children, 12 and 8-year-old girls. I suspected her cheating since she was always picking fights with me and just being outright cruel unprovoked. The household became toxic when she was home as we were always fighting. Nothing ever violent, but yelling and tension in the air is still not a home I wanted for my kids. I then learned of a hidden credit card she had been using that she racked up several thousands of dollars in debt she was using to pay for her nights out with these other men. I discovered at least 3 men she was having an affair with. Odds are, there were more. For those who want a complete history of my 2 years of suffering, feel free to check my post history. I posted several times on this subreddit during and after the divorce through several months seeking advice, a voice to listen, or any support I could because I was alone. Summer of 2020, I almost kill * myself. The loneliness, watching my world that we built together over the 13 years of marriage crumble away was gut-wrenching pain. Her telling me the divorce was my fault, the gaslighting, the mind games, watching my STBXW who was my best friend and someone I loved turn into this vile creature I didn't recognize, it was all compounding on me. I told her I was suicide * to which her response was to give me an entire bottle of medication for depression she had and said, do it. It will make this divorce easier as I'll get all the stuff, assets, custody of the kids, etc. I've never been kicked so hard while down after hearing those words come out of someone who once loved me. I wasn't a perfect husband by any means. I did have an emotional affair with a co-worker and that was wrong. I could have given my ex more love and attention. I could have not yelled at her and called her terrible names during arguments, but I still didn't think my sins were so great as to have the mother of my kids want me dead. So in a state of weakness, I started taking those pills one by one. I needed to dull the pain. I didn't want to die, but I couldn't take the emotional suffering I was going through. If it wasn't for the universe/divine intervention/sheer luck that I happened to see a picture my daughter had drawn for me that said, "I love you, Daddy," before passing out, I may not have survived that night. I instantly got up and threw up the pills and just fell onto the floor in the fetal position and cried and cried. Fast forward a few weeks and I decided, I have to get out of this slump. Just sitting and sulking all day was not good. I had put on a good 40 pounds because I was stress eating and everything was locked down, so I was trapped in the house. I didn't have any friends really as my life was work, kids, upkeep of the house, etc. etc. There just wasn't any time. So I got into therapy. I recommend this for anyone who is hurting right now. Find a good therapist that handles grief. Between therapy and this subreddit, I was told to just become the best version of myself as I could. I decided to enroll in school. I am a registered nurse and I've always wanted to finish my bachelor's degree. I never did because my ex was a spendaholic and there wasn't much money left to pay for school. I didn't want to take out any more loans. She never wanted me to go back because, why pay all that money for a degree and not get a raise, was her argument. Which was true, I wouldn't get a raise, but in my eyes, it opened up more opportunities and potential jobs. After starting school, things started to open up again, one being the gym. So, I started going to the gym a couple days a week. It was a great distraction from the pain, if only for an hour. Before long, I lost 10 pounds and started to feel a bit better about myself. Now, don't get me wrong, I still had many sad days of crying and depression. Even with working on me, I was far from cured. The first Christmas without my intact family was hard, my first birthday was hard, Father's Day was the hardest. This was also the day she decided to call me to tell me her and one of her affair partners were officially dating. By this point the divorce was finalized, so she felt she could bring him out in the open now without the stigma of having an affair. As the months ever so slowly passed, I used the gym and school as my safe places. I could focus on them and the pain would pause. I started to lose some weight and I found I really enjoyed fitness. I had my daughter take progress photos of me so I could see the changes. Since I was enjoying the gym and fitness in general, I decided I wanted to become a personal trainer. Maybe I'd use it as a side gig to bring in some extra money. So after a hard 2020 and a very hard 2021 adjusting to life after divorce as a 43-year-old male now, I finally achieved some of my big goals I had set for myself. My goals were to graduate with my bachelor's by May 2022 and start personal training and be in good shape. I've lost 50 pounds and today I crossed that stage, graduating with honors. Now with school done, I took a job at a gym to start gaining personal training experience with a new goal being to eventually have my own personal fitness business and brand. Also, since I have my bachelor's degree now, I just accepted a new job as the director of nursing at a facility. So that was a big promotion for me. As a gift to myself for finishing these goals, I'm buying myself a Lexus, something I'd never have been able to afford when I was married. Do I still hurt? Yes, some days I do. I'll see an old family photo and lament about how good things were. I've dated here and there but nothing serious as I just really don't have the time. But I finally feel ready to date if that makes sense. The last 2 years, I've just been in a lot of pain and would not have made a good partner to someone. I just had too much baggage still and too much pain inside me. If you are still reading, I want to thank this subreddit for all the support and advice you wonderful people have given to me. I wish to pay it forward, so if anyone out there ever just needs to chat or talk, please send me a DM/chat. I know divorce is hard and I know a lot of you are in worlds of pain. It does get better. I know it is hard to believe that because you are in so much pain. I wish I could teleport you to the days when it is better. But I can't and you have to just keep striving. You are a good person and you matter and you deserve to be loved by someone who is kind and treats you like gold. Thank you again for reading and I wish nothing but the best for everyone here. I got you. As a community here, we got you. We will help you through it. It does get better. TLDR. After 2 long years of pain and suffering via divorce and discovering my ex-wife's affairs, I focused on myself and worked on goals to become the best version of myself as I could. Today I graduate with my bachelor's with honors, became a personal trainer, and just accepted a new job as director of nurses. It does get better. Please reach out anytime to me if someone needs to chat/vent/someone to listen. Good luck. Comments. 1. Congratulations. Thanks for the inspiration. Some of us are just beginning this journey and are having a hard time. Your story is one I can look to and see that there is a future after this if I can work on myself. 2. I'll keep it short as I could write a lot. Congratulations. 3. So proud of you, man. And it does get better. A lot better. 4. Very nice to hear this. Self-care is so important and this is great to hear a solid example of the hard work paying off. 5. Everything comes to an end. Even the worst times. 6. Thank you for posting this. It made me smile and I'm very, very happy for you. 7. Congratulations. And thank you for sharing. I hated at the beginning when people would say you will be stronger from this. Yes, we will. It still doesn't feel good that the method in which you get stronger is to have your heart shredded. Divorce is horrendous to go through, especially when the person you loved more than anything exposes their true self and you are now looking at someone you never really knew. So many lies, how missed it, and the gaslighting. It has been horrendous for me as well. I love you shared your experience. And love more that you saved yourself. I hope others that may find themselves in that dark of a place reach out for help. This too shall pass. We all wish we could time warp past the pain. Oh, how many times I cried just wanting the pain to stop. As we hear on here, time does heal. Therapy help you heal faster. Having that objective sounding board when you regularly question your value, your own self and truth from the gaslighting. No one should try healing from divorce on their own. Lean on same-sex friends, family, and a good therapist. 8. Therapists, friends. The frustrating part of getting stronger through this is that I didn't know I needed to get stronger. I guess that's the point, but all this personal growth that I didn't know I needed. I can't imagine many people I know growing this much, going through what I'm going through. This is awful. Well, it's a personal journey, I guess, and only I can do it. Nice to know others have done it, and some likely from far worse than I have it. 9. Thank you so much, man. This is really an inspiration, and when I read through some of these stories and see the similarities, it gives me comfort that I'm not the only one going through these things. Much love. Keep accomplishing and giving hope to the rest of us in the thick of it. 10. I've been coming in and off the idea of finishing my bachelor's and L never could. This just made sense to me. Congratulations and so happy for you although L don't know you. 11. Thank you for posting. I moved out 5 weeks ago and I am in so much pain. I know I have bright days ahead of me. I know I'll have bad days and I know I'll have great days. I needed to read this.